Every day, we are faced with making countless decisions. Routine decisions such as what to wear to work or school, or what to eat for dinner. We are also faced with more complex decisions, such as where to go on vacation and how to pay for it, or which job offer should we accept. As consumers, we make decisions on the products we purchase and consume. Sometimes we make good choices, sometimes not so good. For example, imagine that you're shopping for groceries. You're weaving up and down the aisles with the list you wrote out before leaving home. Do you stick with the items that are on your list, or do you end up buying things you had not planned on purchasing? For those of us who ended up with the extra products in our cart, what was the process we went through to make that decision? The same can be said, what about the products that we had decided to purchase? Why did we make that decision? This decision-making process is central to the study of consumer behavior, and it is one of the primary focuses of this course. I am Dr. Mike McCardle, and I welcome you to the opening lecture series for consumer behavior. This week, there are 4 separate lectures which you should watch and take notes as needed. You also need to read the opening chapter in the textbook, take the first quiz, and make a posting on Canvas introducing yourself. But before we finish up, one of the things I want to do in this lecture is basically outline some of the basic communication aspects of this class. But before that, I want to give you a little background of who I am and why I'm teaching you consumer behavior. So first, a little bit about me. As I said, I'm Dr. Mike McCardle. I did my undergraduate at Jacksonville State University in a little small town in Alabama. After that, I went to work for a drug chain as a store manager for Big B Drugs. I worked as a territory manager for Gibson Greetings, and then I had a really boring job where I was editor of Southern Golf News and I had a golf television show. Traveled a lot, got to meet a lot of professional players and play a lot of golf, but I was on the road a lot, so it kind of got to me after a while. I decided to go back to get my master's degree, and I went to the University of Alabama. Speaking of Alabama, tomorrow night is the national championship game between Alabama and Georgia, so I'm a little excited to watch that, and hopefully the Tide can come out on top. After I did my master's, I went to the University of Central Florida, which I guess if I'm a football fan, I have to thank them for beating Auburn last week, so that was also a double win. So after finishing my PhD at Central Florida, I took a job at Western Michigan University and then moved out to the mountains of Idaho at Idaho State University before ending up here at University of North Florida. So one of the things I guess is important is that I live in Statesboro, Georgia. My wife is a professor at Georgia Southern University, so we live here, and I get to drive to Jacksonville a couple of days a week and teach, and I get to teach this class online as well. So that's pretty much it about me. Performing well in this, and any online class for that matter, is better when the lines of communication are well established and used. For this course, we will utilize many of the tools found in Canvas to communicate with each other. Although not inherent to Canvas, the best way to communicate directly with me is going to be through email, and I encourage you to check your UNF email on a regular basis. Keep in mind that I will only email you through your official UNF email. Also, I will use the announcements postings on Canvas on a regular basis to keep you informed of upcoming activities and assignments. I'll post every slide deck, all the lectures on Canvas, I'll post readings. All of that will be updated on a regular basis, so you need to check Canvas probably a couple of times a week at least. One additional communication tool that can be used will be online conferencing, and I'm exploring a lot of different options to ensure that these conference sessions are going to be as productive for you as it will be for me. But we'll use as much as we can, and if you have some suggestions and ideas, please share with me. I do want to make this class as good for you as it possibly can be. And finally, I'm putting this graphic here as somewhat of a joke, but the overall message rings true. In terms of communication, you can expect me to respond to your emails within 24 hours. While this is my goal, there are times when I may have limited or even no access to the internet. At those times, I will respond to you as quickly as I possibly can. You can also expect that I will have your assignments graded within 7 days. I work hard. I'll try to give as much feedback as I possibly can to each one of you so that you can improve from assignment to assignment. My expectations on you is that you are going to be polite and professional during your communications with me and your classmates. This includes using good grammar and proper etiquette. For example, you should always use a proper greeting, and this is for emails or any other type of written communication. And what this basically means is don't start your email or discussion post with hey or yo, sup, or dude. For me, you can use either Dr. or Professor McCardle. I did take a 5-year vow of poverty to do my PhD, so I think I've earned that title. I look forward to a wonderful semester helping you understand how companies utilize consumer behavior to make consumers aware of and to entice them to purchase a specific brand. It's my hope that you will also learn how to be a better consumer. So let's go back to the beginning. What caused us to buy the things that weren't on our list in the first place? Well, this is one of the many questions that we're going to answer as we explore consumer behavior.